The Attakapas, Ishak, Chewasha tribes have occupied the Mississippi River Delta for at least the last 1,000 years.
By working together to build earthen mounds, one basket of mud and shell at a time. These mounds offered much needed higher ground for everyday life by providing dry areas to cook and make pottery, allowing them to prosper in an exceedingly productive yet unconventional landscape. Descendants of these people still occupy the Mississippi River Delta. When Europeans arrived and colonial settlements grew, human-caused changes to the Mississippi River Delta helped it become a viable waterway for economic growth. Levees were utilized in Louisiana's earliest towns. Later, levee construction was required by the colonial government as people began farming across the state. The Mississippi River played a major role in the westward expansion of the United States. Settlements were common in the Delta during this time, and the growing country built fortifications to protect its economic interests. At different points in history, Fort St. Philip was utilized by the Spanish, the French, and ultimately the Americans to defend the Mississippi River. As settlements progressed, levees often failed and were built back stronger. In addition to shipping and transportation, the river and surrounding wetlands provided many other resources for nearby communities. Oysters, shrimp, citrus, and cattle were some of the early crops found here. Riverside towns like Olga, Ostrika, and Neptune were occupied by folks starting their American journey in the mid-1800s. In the mid-1920s, levees were removed from an area upstream of Fort St. Philip to help lower flooding in New Orleans. This project was called the Bohemian Spillway. Today, the spillway has some of the highest ground in the area due to overtopping from the Mississippi River. These photos illustrate how the spillway is able to keep up with subsidence or land sinking. Despite the challenges these communities have faced throughout their history, the inventive spirit of past generations allowed people to thrive along the Mississippi River Delta, and that way of living is carried on today with pride. What are some of the challenges these communities face? What sort of future economy might center around a healthy delta?